Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ultimate Storefront podcast channel. I'm going to take this opportunity while my children are busy playing netball on the netball court to address something which I heard today on a fabulous podcast about nutrition. Actually listened to two different episodes today from two totally different people, one on the School of Greatness and the other one on a British nutrition podcast channel. Both very insightful, and I wanted to share my 2 cents on the subject because I think it relates to everybody. Everybody's conscious about their health. Everybody wants to be able to do better for not only themselves but their children, their spouses, their folks, etc. So some of the stuff I heard today from a lady in the US, and she was spot on with most things except for the fact that I thought she wasn't being direct enough in terms of this is how it needs to be done, because we tiptoe around the situation with so many things in life, whether it be politics, religion, someone you like, don't like. We're always tiptoeing around the subject instead of just being direct and saying it for what it is. Now, as she was saying, sort of eat whole foods and don't overeat the bad stuff and not too many sugars, etc., etc. Now, yes, we all know those things to be true, but I think the bottom line that people just need to understand, and this is something I've learned at nutritional talks, seminars, books that I've read, and obviously loads and loads and loads of studies on the internet, researching different stuff that I take, like barley grass, wheatgrass, raw cacao, raw organic coconut sugar, and many other things. And what people need to understand is there's some basic fundamentals to being healthy, staying healthy, living an abundant life where you don't get sick. So what I was listening to today was this lady saying, if you eat a certain way and you limit the amount of stuff, you can limit the amount of medication you take. Yes, we know that to be true. And Lewis Howes of the School of Greatness said, well, can you totally get rid of any medication? Can we reverse any disease? And she was like, well, not completely. You will still get infections here and there. Now, I believe that to be totally false. I don't think that's an accurate statement. And for a couple of reasons. I'll take you through them now. Number one, we need to get back to fundamentals, guys. The fundamentals are when God, source energy, our creator, whatever you want to call it, created the earth, he created everything. The plants, the trees, everything that grows from the ground, from the power of the sun, was created by our creator. So a potato, you put a seed in the ground, the sunshine hits it, water hits it, and it grows into a beautiful potato or a beautiful coriander tree or tomato tree, whatever it may be. So anything that grows from the power of the sun, anything that grows from nature, that grows out the ground, is healthy for you. It's just a known fact. Unless it's a poisonous plant in the Amazon, okay, there are those very few exceptions. Okay, but 99.99%, anything that you eat, broccoli, cauliflower, sweet potatoes, normal potatoes, any herb, any vegetable, any fruit, grows out the ground and has the power of the sun's energy in it. Because anything that needs the sun's rays in order to produce life and become something has the power of the sun's energy within that particular organism. So when that apple or that orange or that nectarine or those grapes get eaten by you, you are essentially eating the sun's energy. And as you know, the sun is the life form of all earth. Without the sun, nothing can grow. Life won't exist on planet earth. And so, and possibly billions of other planets too. And so we need to get back to fundamentals. There are enormous studies out there that have proven that if you live a plant-based rich diet and you get a variety of fruits and vegetables and whole grains like wild brown rice, sweet potatoes, even normal potatoes because it grows out the ground, but sweet potatoes just have a lower glycemic index. Even pasta, good pasta, not rubbish pasta that's got bleach and stuff like that. Good Italian durum wheat pasta from time to time. If you just eat like that, you will live disease free. It's a known fact. You will live disease free, you will live infection free, and you will be able to live a super healthy, vibrant, energetic, abundant life. The problem comes in is when we dump acidity into our body. Now, what is acidity? Meat is acidic. Meat is not an alkaline substance. Guys who have won the Nobel Prize in the 1930s were saying that no disease can live in an alkaline body. And if you break up the word disease, what does it stand for? What does it sound like? Dis-ease. Your body is in dis-ease. It's a known fact that meat is carcinogenic. It produces or activates cancer cells. Now, meat in moderation, I don't think would do that. However, I have not gone deep into the studies of somebody intaking meat once a week or twice a week, whether they, would possibly get cancer when they're 60 or 70 or 80. But just meat in itself is a carcinogenic substance, and it is an acidic food. Sugars, chocolates, sweets, crisps, anything that's been produced in factories, genetically modified foods, things that do not grow from the power of the sun are carcinogenic. They create acidity in the body, and naturally they will make you sick, and they will make you unhealthy, and eventually something in your body would come up as some sort of disease of some form or another. So the bottom line is that we need to get back to the basics. There's so many terms, so many studies, so many things out there that'll say 1,000,001 things on nutrition, and there's so many fads and fad diets, and it's only a little bit of cheese here, and only a little bit of this there, and only a little bit of cottage cheese here, and 2 Provitas a day here. Think about it logically, guys. Just think about, use common sense here. Common sense doesn't seem to be so common anymore. Whoever got obese, or whoever died of a heart attack for eating too many apples or too many oranges, can you think of anyone that went to the doctor and said, "Doctor, I've got this pain in my chest," and he said, "Well, what do you eat?" "Oh, I just eat so many nectarines every single day." It doesn't happen. It's from the junk we eat, guys. It's from the garbage. It's from too much meat. It's from too much rubbish, poison. Look at the labels on the back of your foods, okay? You may be naive, which I was for a very long time, to think that you go and buy a tin of chickpeas, okay? For argument's sake, I'm not knocking chickpeas. They're very super healthy for you. I'm just giving an example. You go buy a tin of chickpeas from your local retailer, and at the back of the chickpeas tin, okay, it will tell you what's in there. Now, you would think that it would only be chickpeas and maybe water, or chickpeas and brine, and it is for some brands, but there's others that have got acidity regulators in them, flavorants in them, color stimulants in them, anti-caking agents in them, and these are the things that are in our food that poison our bodies. So please, guys, be very careful. Look at the back of each can of food that you buy. Try stay away from canned foods if you can. If you absolutely can't, try buy the organic stuff and look what's in there, because just because it says it's organic, I've also found many things that say it's organic, and then you look at the back there and there's things that aren't organic in there. So they are poisoning our food on purpose to make us sick, so that the medical industry can make an absolute fortune on us. It's a over trillion dollar industry every single year. So just look at the back of your foods and Google the stuff from time to time. If it's got a long name, Google and is this healthy for your body? I mean, think about it. The stuff that's in potatoes and carrots and beans and all the stuff that tomatoes that grows, celery that grows from the power of the sun out the ground as nature intended, they don't have all these crazy hectic names that in them that you got to, go into an encyclopedia or go and Google and go and look, what the hell is this stuff? It's just genuine stuff like vitamin A and vitamin B and vitamin B12 and niacin and pectin and calcium and all these things. And guys, don't be fooled by cheese. Okay, dairy, milk, and cheese was not meant for the human body. Milk was not meant for the human body. It's meant for the cow's calf. Okay. Go to organic oat milk or organic almond milk. I prefer organic oat milk. They just seem to put less shit in it, and it really is just oats and water and stuff like that. But and don't be fooled by cheese, guys. Dairy, in today's world, dairy, because of the way they milk the cows, they basically rape the animals over and over and over with machines. So the animals' fear and the animals' pain goes into the milk, and it's hormones, and then they put all sorts of other shit in it. But dairy in today's world actually demineralizes your bones. It actually strips the calcium out of your bones. So the notion of, well, if I want stronger bones, I've got to feed my kids more dairy, it's absolute crock of shit. If you want your kids to have stronger bones, they actually need to stay away from dairy. Plant-based diets are the things that people were doing millions and millions of years ago, because they didn't have access to all the crap that we eat now. They just used to eat vegetables, grow vegetables, fruits from trees, and these guys used to live to 140, 150 years old. Okay, so we'll get deeper onto this topic, but I just wanted to share that with you now. Let's just get back to basics, guys. You don't need to go to a nutritionist and listen to 1,000 different podcasts, although it is very insightful and it's great, and I still do it to get additional information and start diving deeper. But if you just get back to fruits, vegetables, clean water, deep long breaths, moving your body, exercising, moving your body in fun ways, getting a 7-8 hours sleep a night, you are going to, your disease prevention is going to do that, and the chance of you getting a disease, especially a terminal disease, is going to do that. Fact.